Hey, you're the one who didn't want to be on stream. So. Alright, and here we are for the pre-show. Fuka's in the background, you'll see him on occasion. Ow, don't bump into my chair. Motherfucker, I will sit on you. That's why I got up a few minutes ago to go to the other room. I was trying to help you. I will eat that cheese stick. Let's see how long it takes them to realize that they're supposed to be in rejected potential chat and that, or voice chat and that they haven't been here this entire time. Should we take bets? I'll tell you what, for every minute they're not in here, I'm gonna take 1 HP from someone randomly. And I'm not talking temporarily, I'm talking permanent HP damage. Let's see if that convinces them to join. It's already been 4 minutes. When the DM is displeased that you're not here for pre-show. Stop fucking the straw into the thing. That's on stream forever. One day a burp compilation will be a thing. Oh man. I can do the song. Where is it? Is this it? No, what's it called? Yeah. No, I mean, you're welcome to. You are in the group, so go ahead. It's now on stream. Oh god, my hair looks lovely. My hat hair. Two people did. Giving riveting audio here real quick. Oh man, my hair looks so bad. Alright. Yeah, you do, because I'll just mute you. Oh man. So that's only 2 cups of coffee today. I think I'm doing better. I'm getting there, you know? I think as long as it's only for creative shit, we're fine. When remind me tonight, I have to stop gaming to study because I keep forgetting that I need to sit down and do the PMP stuff. Oh, there's King, being a bitch. 6 HP off King, permanently. Alright, we got it. Since he's not here and he's not speaking, perma 6 HP off. No, he can never regain. Takes 1 constitution point away. King, say something, or I'm gonna give up on you. Also, you are laggy as a motherfucker.
Go away from that lag.
Say something better.
Yeah, I figured.
What happened to your Wi-Fi adapter?
He can't hear you, you're not here.
What happened to your Wi-Fi
Oh,
adapter?
I can hear him. I can hear him loud and clear.
Well, he's gay, don't worry, that's normal. He dukes a hazard to Prius today. Because...
And jumps through the window.
Yeah, so what happened is we put a kayak on the roof to bring it home from Dick's Sporting Goods. For those who aren't familiar, that's basically like what G.I. Joe's used to be.
I know what it is.
Fair enough. So we were doing this, and the guy put it through the window instead of putting it through the doorway, and so it basically locked the back door, and there's 3 of us, so Fuka had to dukes a hazard into the back car window because he couldn't get through. So.
Oh,
God.
I'm sorry if I'm laggy. My dad has been wonky all day, and I'm not at my brother's right now because he has to spend the next 2 weeks moving out.
Wait, so you lost the apartment already? Is that yes? Or is that a no?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta talk slowly. Your mic is kind of shit right now.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me switch some things around. Maybe that.
Also, this music is totally not ominous of what's gonna be happening today.
Do not tell me it's the Death Star music from Star Wars.
No!
Swear to God, if it's by
No.
the Death Star.
But I will post it in chat if you'd like to listen to it. There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself now because I feel like I'm like shit because I woke up from a nap not long ago.
You're gonna mute yourself because you woke up from a nap not too long ago? Okay, well everyone's muted themselves. Alright, fine, I'll just talk to Zaya. She's the only one who matters apparently in this group now.
Yes, I am now. I am the Zilpip's apprentice.
Okay.
You do realize that his last 3 apprentices have all died in horrible accidents, right?
Saya doesn't know that in character.
Oh my god. That reminds me,
She just knows that
Mhm.
the man has enough power to put basically bomb collars on everyone else, so she's just rolling with it.
Fair enough. I need to remember to do something before we start stream. Where is it? Alright, Wolfie Chew. Where is it that he sent me? Picture of Fuka asleep. No, he's not messaging me. I'm just looking for what I wrote down. There it
Oh
is.
my god. I just looked at the meme chat and I regret it.
Yeah, I would. Alright, let's say...
Curse you,
I fell
you
for it too.
I fell for it. Curse you. I didn't know what was happening. I had to zoom in and squint.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's a weird looking Italy. And then I realized it was the hand meme.
A what?
In the meme chat. I got juked. I got tricked.
I have never been in meme chat, so I don't want to know.
We'll
Thought
get
it was
in
a
there.
No.
Thought it was a messed up Italy and it was the okay.
Oh gods.
Curse you dog rogue. Are you still a mole?
No, I'm a dog again.
A dog that
She's
can't
a
talk.
dog with PTSD.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sadly.
The dog that can't talk like normal dogs.
I was hoping that everyone would just forget that she's mute right now.
Nope.
No, I did.
No, because
I remember
King
it was
has to cast Lesser Restoration
whole
to find out if you're okay.
the whole thing that happened.
Please
with
cast
the
that.
whole, with the whole, I remember that. It gave me. I can't forget.
Make sure to remind me in character to cast it.
Of course.
Yeah, tell him in character to heal you.
How am I
Yeah.
supposed to communicate that with my
Just
dog
say-
paws?
Learn sign language.
As a
Dog
dog?
sign language.
Act sick.
Or-
Whine. Act sick.
Wait.
and then,
Maybe
like,
the
I have
Knoll
to
speaks.
heal it.
Maybe the Knoll speaks canine. Maybe the Knoll speaks canine.
Oh,
Bark.
maybe. No,
The
she
Knoll-
can't bark either.
Nope, she cannot.
That's not
Body
technically.
language. Canine body language.
Write it down on a little
do.
piece of paper.
You can turn back into a
Yeah,
changeling.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
I know.
You could not be a dog.
But I like her as a dog. I try to
That's-
change as little as possible.
That's fair.
Why be? You could make yourself like a gnoll, so you're like a dog person. You don't have to be just a dog. Just saying, you've seen a gnoll, you could just be like, "Hey, I am a gnoll now," and then do sign
A
language.
gnoll?
Gnoll.
It's just Knoll.
It's
No,
called a
it's a
knoll, not a
gnoll.
gnoll.
No.
Gnoll.
Maya, I
Gnoll.
will come bitch slap with knowledge.
I do this all the
I will
time to
write
make
gnoll.
people mad. I do
You
this
you
all
want to
the
make the
time.
DM mad? All right, that sounds like a very wise
Uh-uh.
decision.
They're gonna
I
get
want
us killed.
I want to irritate King,
Please don't-
but
Well, then go irritate him in meme chat.
Meme
Mhm.
King. You mean King's chat, because King is a meme. He's a joke.
Oh gods.
The biggest joke here is you think you insult.
I can't hear you. Your signal is as much big as a joke as you are.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, for once I'm you.
Tables have turned.
You guys.
It's fine. We can make fun of each other because we know each other in person. And also,
Yeah,
he's
I
not
also
the
know
DM,
where you
so
live.
he can't murder me. Yeah,
Not in
okay.
this chat.
I know how to dial the cop if you show up.
You might be able to avoid me murdering your characters in this D&D.
I want. You're the cleric that doesn't heal. You're gonna get us killed just by not healing.
Be
Pardon me.
nice.
All I did was heal last time. You now
Oh,
lost
you
your
did your
healing
job.
privilege.
Good job. You're gonna be in a black hole soon, so soon you're not. It's not even gonna matter.
Eh. We'll take bets on that when that time comes.
I'm not gonna.
Can
bet
I
on
take a
whether or not
bet?
you die.
I want a
Yeah.
piece of this action.
We're all gonna piss the DM off.
No, I'm in a good mood right now. I've had
Make a
2 cups of coffee.
Make a bet with the DM about whether or not you'll die and see how that goes.
That'll just spoil the story for you guys, because you
There's
already
a
told me how
shadow
that's pretty much
Tarrasque
gonna
in
go.
the hole.
Yeah, I haven't told you a damn thing actually. And don't ever think that you
Okay.
know what I'm doing, because I'll be honest, I change it on a daily basis and forget shit, which
Oh,
Fuka
no.
can tell you all
Memory
about.
loss.
I've got really bad memory loss.
Just like every great DM, you pull everything under your ass on the spot.
No, most DMs or most good DMs at least still have names in front of them. I can't do that because someone's slaying behind me right now. All right, Dibus is finally finished.
Yay! Let me go see my cyborg cat friend who hasn't
Ask
talked.
the other guy.
Yeah, Vukiak's not here, so if he doesn't show up, he dies.
No, someone go at him. Or like PM him.
The dice says no.
I'll PM him.
The dice says no.
We both added him.
God damn it. I can hear you typing, damn it. No.
Me?
Yes, you.
My bad.
Ends the world.
She's like Robert, how he used to type so loudly.
Mm-hmm. Well, I actually can roll on a towel so you guys can't hear my dice, but I find it much more frightening when you guys can.
It's very
Yeah.
scary.
Especially if I need to get a few more of these d20s.
I
I
walk
like-
into the cave, just starts rolling.
We can do that tomorrow or Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, don't worry. Here, let me give you a real good sound of what's going to happen today when everything goes according to your plan.
We got a long rest at end of last session, right?
Well, yes, for those who were able to sleep after being completely almost killed.
Yeah. uh, wasn't that a fun time for my character?
You know, I should give them the bag of chocolates.
I want chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, Phil, I think you'd love a bag of chocolates.
Yeah, chocolate though, so you'll have to change from a dog or you'll die.
No, she's
Oh.
fine. She won't have to actually for that. These are magical chocolates.
Ooh.
They grant you special abilities half the time. The
Hey,
other
give
half
us
the
some chocolates.
Ask about how chocolate's out for him,
yeah, the other half of the time it kills King.
or turns him from a sorcerer into a cleric.
Actually, that was holy water, which I did tell him, and I made very clear twice. Everything on you does the opposite effect. As he pours holy water on himself, he turned himself into a cleric. It actually gained ability due to the nasty leftover goo from one of the dead carcasses of the Red Barons. and managed.
E2 is already mute, so I don't know what else could go wrong.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Don't ask that.
You have just given me a reason to make things go even worse. I got a great idea. Oh man. I mean, you already got humped by a human while you were a mole. That should have been enough.
I just remembered that.
Mm,
I had erased that from my memory. Thanks.
you're welcome. I hope you enjoy.
Color changes? Make E2 rainbow.
Well, it turned Wolf's red orc into a midget green orc that caused himself to go mad completely.
E2 still has the smiley face sticker stuck
He
to
did
her
become a
forehead.
female. He became a midget female. He was 4 feet tall. Well, midget by orc standards. So someone get Vukiak. Otherwise, he is going to be sitting out this session, and that is damage you guys are going to want.
I messaged him. He is away. It says idle.
Yeah, he's probably getting stoned.
God, I wish that was me.
No, you don't. You ever been stoned before?
No.
Then no, you don't. Trust me, the feeling that everyone says they get doesn't always apply to everyone. Some people, like myself, get really sleepy from the stuff, and it calms their anxiety. Other people, like my aunt, not the one I live with, but my mother's sister, it causes them to act like they're on cocaine.
What?
So, what? There's no one who joined. No. Oh, I just need my feet to be out of those socks.
There, do I
Goddamn.
sound better now?
Yes, you
Yeah.
sound fully. You sound like you're gay again. It's congratulations. And I don't mean gay as in you're homosexual. I mean gay as an insult. Just. Well, nowadays you can't call someone gay and lead it towards meaning being homosexual. That's just rude because, that's a normal thing nowadays. Back in my day it wasn't, but nowadays it isn't. Either way, to each their own. But you can still use it as an insult, just like if you say fag in certain parts of England, most people assume you're talking about a cigarette. You say that in America, they're going to punch you. So, tomato, tomatoes, terminology you got to learn how to work with. Same idea with like doing the whole gender thing. I'm still learning that, remembering how to use people's or how to ask about that stuff because people get really insulted for that. I usually just try not to. I just try to avoid the word if I can help it. Especially with treat it the same way you do with someone's animal. When you don't know the gender of it, you don't say, come here, boy. You always say, oh, what is it? Or, you try and ask what the name of it is to try and get an idea. So, yeah. Can't do that with people, because then they get really offended. So.
That's why I call everybody they.
I don't necessarily agree with it, because I know some people really hate that terminology.
They can just correct me if they get mad.
That's true. I just, a lot of times it's just easier to avoid the subject these days. Because no matter what, you're going to be wrong, no matter how hard you try.
I feel that.
I finally learned there was a thing such as non-binary. I didn't even know what that was, and someone has explained that to me 3 times,
That's
and I'm
me.
still completely confused.
It just means you don't identify as a girl or a boy.
But, okay. What I'm confused on is biologically, people are one or the other. That's just how science works. How you feel emotionally is another thing. But how do you... I don't identify with, just because I'm a man that I act a certain way. I just act as I am. I don't know. Maybe it's the concept of gender roles that maybe is what
Yeah.
non-binary is in
I
reference to.
think it's from what I understand, it's gender, what they identify as gender roles, not sex. They don't say
Okay.
they don't have either parts. It's just the usage of what they're called and stuff from what I've gathered. It's just
I don't know.
basically society's constructs. It's basically the same as saying, I don't know, because
you,
you're
I'm
a
not anything is what
brunette,
it's
you
saying.
gotta act a certain way. Something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
That really sums it up. Screw you, I'm not anything, yeah.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Don't want to stick to a specified
A
gender
rose
role.
by any other name would smell as sweet. It's a word they don't like.
Well, I mean, the whole concept of gender roles is a westernized idea. That's what I don't understand. Because, like, in the Roman age, which is usually what I go back towards as the closest
Or
thing to
Greek, I
civilized,
heard.
the Greek had gender roles. Men went to battle, women didn't. The Mongols didn't have that. Both went to war. Both served at home. Some women ran entire clans. Some women would divorce men because they got tired of listening to their shit. That was one of that was one of the actual interesting things about studying them, is for given the time period that they existed, they had a lot of revolutionary laws. But I mean, as far as it goes with Romans, I mean, the whole concept of sex or interest in any physical relations has always been just more of a power ideal. Like those who were wealthy had it all the time with whoever they felt like they wanted to, and however they wanted to. Those who were broke, well, they got paid for it. So, and did whatever they were comfortable with. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting discussion, I guess. Something that maybe one day we will go into. No, I need more coffee if we're
Just
going to go into that subject.
humans are interesting,
Well, yes.
confusing, and
Well, that's because
interesting.
they actually have proven now that the more intellectual you are, the more likely your body will destroy itself. Because of the fact that the human mind cannot handle the fact of the actual truth of reality.
Yeah.
The concept of ignorance is bliss.
Yep.
I couldn't believe that they actually I was like, wow, no wonder smart people are always depressed. Either was just because they couldn't get laid.
But
Oh
I'm
my gosh.
I'm dumb and depressed. So what does that mean?
I've got bad news for you.
That I'm smart? Is that the bad news?
No. That just means that it's like we're gonna have to put you down. I'm sorry.
I'm stupid
Oh,
and
no.
sad.
I'm stupid and sad. So what does that mean?
Read Brave New
It
World.
just means you drew a very unlucky lottery, but you're far from stupid. I know this from personal experience.
Yeah, sorry, no. King's the only one who's the unlucky one here. Becoming club-footed in this day and age is an impressive feat.
Yeah. Are you gonna have to get a peg leg? Become a pirate?
They make iron legs
No.
now. They don't make them peg leg now. They have full
If I
feet
was
now.
gonna go for
but the
a
options
prosthetic,
out
I'd
there.
go for a peg leg just so I could walk over and hit her with it.
You could hit me with a metal leg and it hurt worse than wood.
No. Yeah.
Wait.
that's why I hit the wood with it, to be
Cameron,
nice.
Don't make the joke.
Cameron, does this mean that you want to peg her?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. I'm
Thank you.
jailbait. I'm jailbait.
Joke still applies. What he thinks in his own mind is what, as long as he doesn't act on it. This is not. Oh, I forget the name of that movie now. The one where the whole thing is that they can detect crime before it happens. No,
I
the
don't.
fuck, RoboCop? No. Oh god.
It's a TV show, and I know what you're talking
It's
about.
it's a TV show now, but it was a movie first.
It's something that the computer that can detect crime before it happens.
Well, yeah, it's people. They're stuck into a computer and they basically predict things. Because everyone's mind is constantly tracked. Oh, I'd have to look it up.
I just looked at the chat and King, why do you have a bunch of random stuff?
Minority Report.
Minority.
White people film.
Puka in the background.
Yeah, well, Fuka's laying down on the bed behind me. The camera was on him earlier, but he gets fussy whenever he's on camera.
Kill.
Oh, so he's a little baby?
Yeah, but at least he's useful.
Have you eaten ice cream and gassed him yet?
Yeah, I ate ice cream, but I didn't even need to do that to gas him out. I just breathed and it caused him issues. Yesterday was a fun day. He finally got to the point, actually the fourth was great because he actually managed to break the chain on the fan as he rushed up to pull it down. And then he stuck an air freshener in the room and hasn't left this room yet. I haven't had any ice cream. I probably will finish off the quart of ice cream today though. Gotta get it in before we start doing cardio.
Itu, you got Rands.
What's going on?
Oh yeah,
In
I
the
did.
meme chat.
He's very mad.
And Trent.
Okay, wait.
The
Like,
image that
they're all
is
so
posted
upset.
in a universe, in a galaxy, in a solar system. You have to like
that show
zoom
/
in.
movie might have been called Person of Interest.
Okay.
As TV series was,
What?
or the
Minority
something
Report?
Report?
Where a guy
Jesus, that was loud.
died.
If you call condoms meatballs, then before you have sex with a penis
Meat belt.
person, oh, you can say fasten your meat belt and have a good luck. Oh god damn it. Fel just ban. Fel, are you banning people?
No, I don't even have that power.
I know you don't. I'm the only one with that power because I know people would abuse it.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
I
You never
know
know.
the others. The others.
And then Fel's fucking weird cat.
Excuse me, they're not weird.
They are weird. Why is the Steam community dead man listed on there? What?
I have a meme for us. I don't know.
It's more like it's never too late to be killed.
I would like to hang that poster up in my room.
Damn it. Oh, Rans is looking up Trent's friends online. Okay. No, not at all.
Stalker.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rand's the trainer Cameron 421 is me.
Rans isn't in here, dude.
Well, I thought he'd be watching the pre-show.
Why would Rans watch the pre-show? He doesn't want to talk to you fuckers.
Because he responded to your question, so I'm pretty sure he is.
He didn't respond to my question, and I posted that question in
Oh,
meme
wait.
chat.
I'm just tired.
Motherfucker, I'm tired too, but doesn't mean I'm that stupid.
This is gonna be fun.
I will shove my unlubed foot up your ass. Alright.
Rans is learning we need to be afraid.
I don't give a shit. It's better that he learns. Someone has to, Cameron.
Hey, I passed all my GED tests and I'm already looking at going into college.
Congratulations, you passed the basic concept of high school. Something almost everyone in here has done, but Tren and Rans.
And Maya.
Well, Maya, yeah, and they're still passing. Also, they don't have club foots.
I technically don't anymore. I got surgery.
If I come over there and kick the foot and it's got a point to it, it's a club foot. Thank you, Mr. Robot. Alright, Vukiak, if you're not here, I'm guessing that you want me to play as your character, so congratulations. You have identified that Vukiak needs to be played by the DM.
Oh god, he's gonna die.
Nah.
No, he's gonna kill us all using Vukiak.
Maybe.
You know what?
No, maybe do it.
Me too. I got an image that you might like.
It's a
I
dog.
would love
For
to see
memes,
it.
yeah.
It's a dog. Alright, we're starting the stream. You lot can work on getting Vukiak in here if you'd like. Welcome!
Yeah, I'm gonna spam him.
Inspirational quotes generated by AI.
Welcome, one and all, to the game night, game morning, game afternoon, depending on where you're at. I am your dungeon master, King. I will show up there. I will shove my foot up your ass if you don't shut up.
Good, bring a housewarming gift if you get here on the 15th.
I'm gonna use this sucker, and this thing's got laxatives, motherfucker. All right. Yeah, I wonder if scorpion up the ass is a kink someone has somewhere. Cameron's gonna have it here soon. Alright, yes, as always, I am your Dungeon Master. I am joined by the rejected potential of E2, who is played by Fel. King, the useless dwarf, played by Cameron. Fuka, who's in the background. You'll hear him on my mic most of the time. If you don't hear him much on the recording, that's because he's behind me, so, and I've muted him. He is playing Zaris Ravensong, and Zaya Ravensong is played by none other than Little Maya. And yes.
Little.
Are you
I'm
over
bigger than Fuka.
Are you over
I'm
5'10"?
bigger than- not 5'10".
Are you black?
No, I'm the opposite.
Congratulations, you are little. All right.
No.
Little Fook is behind me. He doesn't want to be on camera right now. He's putting on his face still. Give him a few minutes. He's had a Dukes of Hazzard today out of a Prius. He's still pretty scarred from that. So yes, we are gathered here today to play D&D with Rejected Potential, who truly live up to their name on a daily basis. Last time we left off, the group encountered a death squirrel that Vukiek managed to basically cut down and then start smacking an ooze. At which point he also started to go mad and started attacking Zaya and then Zaris, making King Zaris piss himself while Zaya was knocked down, almost killed outright, as she now has a very very brand new kink of having a nice light love bites on the neck.
More like getting it torn out. Removing
I
vocal
mean,
cords, but okay.
to each their own, Zaya. I mean, if you're quiet more often, I'm not against that. So yes, as my she unmuted herself just to say wow.
Wow.
Oh, and King's gone. All right. So yes, we are last, as I was stating, with Vukiek suffering from his PTSD from a long forgotten past. Unfortunately, not as long or as forgotten as he expected. Poor E2 managed to fly away, finding the wizards that were creating this illusion the entire time. And then managed to seduce enough of them, with one even chasing her into a mole hole as she drilled through another person and he started to hump the hole. The question is, was it the dirt hole or was it the hole that she drilled through a person? Alright. She also, because of this, gained the madness ability, or insanity as I call it, where she can no longer speak. However, it can be dispelled, as I mentioned before we left last time. As we come back together, the group has spent the night with Vukiak and E2 curled up in a foxhole, a few, like about a block away, roughly, a city block away. Zaris and Zaya hiding in the or next to the cave with a little fire going, taking turns at watch to make sure that neither of them gets any more love bites. And poor Dibbis is still out cold.
King went and slept in the cave.
King went back into the cave and fell asleep. But speaking of which, King, congratulations as you wake up the next morning, and the rest of the group wakes up slowly, coming to life as the sun peeks over. It's about 5 a.m. ish as you guys get up. Zaris suddenly feels the need to go exercise for a couple hours. King, you find yourself completely entombed once again inside a hole. It's not the first time, it won't be the last time. But there is no sunlight, there is only rock and darkness.
Good thing I have dark vision. I'm gonna go knock on the rocks and be like, some help!
No one manages to seem to hear that King is hidden behind about 4 feet of nothing but rock and dirt. As Zaris and Zaya awakened, Dibis finally sitting up, not really speaking, but noticing his red eye starts to starts to glow again, and starts to stand there like a sentinel waiting for orders. E2 and Vukiak, of course, as well wake up, with Vukiak kind of nudging E2 and getting out of the foxhole to rejoin the party, still sheepishly trying to stay away from Zaya, feeling very guilty for what happened.
I wish she was actually here.
Well, that
Okay,
is good news.
Can I order Divis to bust down the wall?
So what do you say?
Divis, wall, break, please?
Since you are 4 feet into dirt and rock, and Dibis is on the other side, he does not hear you, and
I
nor
thought
does
Divis
he
was
take
still
orders.
in with me.
Nope,
'cause
Zaya
one
dug him
drug
or pulled him out last night.
Did we notice King's miss?
Yes, you do notice that King has disappeared.
Will someone get him out?
You guys don't know where he is. It was the middle of
I'm
the
gonna
night,
start
many of you tired, and
Start
See if I have a
screaming.
spell.
what, Zaya?
I'm trying to see if I have a spell that can help.
You know what? I'm gonna try and roll. See if I can.
I have detect thoughts if close enough, but that's wasting a second level spell slot.
That's also expecting him to have the brain power. Yes, King.
Yeah.
What were you gonna do? Type it, buddy.
Oh, I have to see the creature. Never.
Pictures King naked in head. Feels completely bothered now. What's the roll for, buddy boy? You're gonna strength check to try and break down the wall. You managed to get one rock out of the way. There is still 3.5 feet of stone and dirt between you and the exit.
Does it make any noise?
Not that you guys hear.
Was he in the collapsed cave somehow? Thought we got everyone out of the cave because Vukiak Hulk smashed it down.
Yeah, well, someone decided he wanted to go
Murdered
sleep in dirt because he's a dwarf and he thinks that's a bright idea to go sleep in the very unstable cave,
He likes the mud.
as E2 thinks to herself. Congratulations, as you start to dig, another rock falls where the other one was. You have reburied yourself.
Has anyone seen that dwarf?
Can I sniff around?
Sure. Give me
Do I
a
find
perception.
anything? Can I roll?
Give me a perception check.
King, you have such a high strength bonus.
Dicey loves you. We all pray to our Lord and Savior Dicey. Let him continue to grant King the silent death that is so much
Does that
more
do
redeeming.
anything?
You managed to sniff that King's trail, but as you're kind of following it, you find that as you go further and further out, you find the corpse of what was left of what Vukiak managed to cut up that was humping the hole you were in, and you shudder at the sight.
Great.
Does Zaris still has Dibus's had the cloud of deck?
Yes, he does.
Can I ask him to give that back to Dibus so he's not unarmed?
You do notice as you mention this that Dibus is messing with his right forearm that seems to open up and then close again and glows for a second.
Dibus, what is that in your arm?
He looks to you and says, "I don't know."
He's speaking again.
King screams and no one hears him because no one wants to.
If you want staff back, you'll have to talk to brother about that.
Points forearm at Zaris. It opens up to a giant purple crystal that starts glowing at Zaris.
Oh, he also
Says,
has a teleportation ring.
Does not compute. It starts to glow brighter and brighter.
Dibus, don't. Zaris, please.
Dibus's hand comes back together and he puts it back down.
That's it.
And he just walks up. He walks up to
Arcana it?
Zaris and just starts petting him.
Can I Arcana the crystal?
Sure. You're being pet by a cat that's smaller than you.
A cat, yeah, like foot tall cat.
I want to be pet by the cat that's probably smaller than me.
No, Dibus
I
is
got a nat 20, so I got 24 for that Arcana.
From what you can tell, it's enchanted with magic missile at level 1. It has about 10 charges and can be used up to 10 times in a day, and then recharges at a long rest.
Ooh.
So basically, he's a magical monk now. That's awesome.
In a sense, yes.
Dibus is gonna be more OP than Zaya ever is, even though Zaya's my character and Dibus is the companion.
As a lot of you start to hear that the rocks start to shake, you start to kind of slowly assume that the rest of the cave is caving in.
Well, the
You
cave
dick.
is caving
You
in.
absolute dick.
Can I investigate?
Yeah, give me an
Make sure
investigation.
nothing's coming out of it after the squirrel.
Give me an investigation check, sure.
Sure.
Zaris has no interest in this. He's like fiddling through a book right now, looking at the plants.
I got a
12? It doesn't seem that anything's coming out of it anytime soon.
cave is shaking on its own weirdly.
I'm going to the cave and using first level mover.
Okay, how much amount of earth does that move? Is that 6
5
feet?
feet square.
5 feet? Alright, so you managed to move all the rock, and you see King screaming at the top of his lungs at the stone. And
I'm
you look
cursing
very
in Dwarvish.
perplexed.
Wow.
King, no messing around. We have to get going to that stupid black hole of yours.
King, you just see Zars
Right?
giving you a glare of looking at you like you are the stupidest creature he has ever met, and he has met much worse.
I'm just gonna walk out. Better sleep in a cave, because then no one can sneak up on you.
Pretty sure things could have sneaked up on you if it was any other cave, but okay.
You're not that stupid.
Are you that stupid, King?
Not
What's your
according to my
intelligence modifier,
stat.
King?
Oh god. Alright, so as you guys kind of gather up eating your morning rations, everyone mark off a thing of morning rations for those who have to eat. Eating some basic hardtack that you've been given from your mission and what you had left over. You guys managed to get a small fire going and rest, wake up. Those few who have soap managed to get themselves soaped up and toss on some water, smelling at least halfway decent. And as you begin to travel again, Port U2 continues to stay quiet as Vukiek and her seem to walk next to each other continuously.
Please, someone notice that I'm being
I'm gonna
very
ask
quiet.
the dog if it's okay.
Vukiak
I
looks
look
at
at
you
you with
and
very big eyes.
Not
Vukiak looks at you
not the
and
knoll.
says,
The other
"Dog."
dog.
Oh. He pets E2, or Vukiak pets E2 on the head and says, "Fine," and continues walking on.
I'm gonna look at her and look at
Vukiak is
her for a
evil.
reaction.
I start acting crazy. I roll over on my back and I start kicking my legs like a dead roach.
I'm gonna instantly believe that it's a disease, and I'm gonna cast
No,
Restoration.
investigation check, investigation check for me, King, see if you understand.
Can I? Would it be a nature check to understand body language of a dog?
It'd be a nature check to understand a dog at all.
Okay.
One that
I
could
guess
turn back into a changeling and sign this.
I got
No.
a 7. I got a 7. So
Congratulations,
no, I don't care.
that looks like she wants a belly rub.
Well, I'm not. We don't have time for belly rubs. We're a bit busy right now.
Let's see what King gets. Wow, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Wait. Oh yeah, okay. And you didn't. No, that don't count. I see the fuck up there. It's slash R D20 plus
No.
3. Good try, buddy.
Crap, I did
He's
that.
used to the other bot
Uh-huh.
of Ray. It
Thinks he can be
does
cute.
catch
Makes it a natural 1. 13. It doesn't seem like anything's wrong with her. She just seems to
I keep
want belly
spazzing out
rubs.
on the floor.
Vukiak picks you up and starts walking,
Fudge!
rubbing your
Can I
stomach.
bite
You know
him?
what?
Don't rip her throat out as well.
You gonna?
Oh wait, you're right. Okay, I won't bite
You
him.
could squirm.
Yeah, Vukiak can bite back. It's been proven.
As Zaya kind of rubs her neck a little bit.
I'm just gonna go limp like a rag doll.
Okay.
Play
Can-
dead.
He
I'm
continues
playing dead now.
to carry you very easily, tossing you over his shoulder.
Oh my god.
All right,
Can I roll a nature check to see if that's normal?
for a knoll to throw a dog over its shoulder.
No, for a dog to go limp like that, because I've never seen one
I'm
before.
acting dead. I look like
Sure.
I'm dead.
Do a nature check.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm rolling.
Oh, his mother said hello, so I said hello back. She didn't respond. I feel like I've been turned down. Oh, that. Oh. All right. Yeah, you think it seems to be normal that they play tricks like that. Dogs like to roll over from what you've read in books. It's it's a
Okay,
defensive mechanism for most of them is to play dead.
Maybe the druid.
You guys are so
should make the
stupid.
nature
The
check.
druid doesn't give a damn, it seems. He's too busy thinking about ancient kings from a foreign land.
He doesn't like animals enough to check on the apparently injured animal.
Yeah, what? No.
Where are we going next?
Huh?
To the black void.
Messages.
So
A place full
Okay.
of
he
clerics
can
of
revive
Logolith.
his goddess.
So yes, as you
I'm
guys,
just going to act dead the entire time, okay?
Vukiek continues to pet you.
You might be
Um,
dead soon.
As you guys
Depending.
continue heading towards, it takes about the rest of the day marching. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. You see on the occasion a traveler that happens to pass by. You know, farmers, peasants, the occasional what looks to be a noble who happens to be driving by in a carriage. Pretty average day for traveling through
Steal the
territories.
carriage. I'm joking.
Okay, I was gonna
I'm
say if you
joking.
want to, I can get this going real quick. Give me about 2 minutes.
No. I got a criminal background, but I'm not that stupid.
All right.
I mean, we could call Zilpip and he could make them give it to us.
I don't
Oh,
think Zilpip's
that
gonna
reminds
help
me.
us steal a carrot.
Thank you, King. I forgot about something.
Is he gonna call in and check on his apprentice?
There you are.
I see you almost died. You almost screwed up badly there, Zaya.
You almost yeeted the wheat.
Yeah, I'm typing. Give me a minute.
Right. So we're just walking around.
As you guys are heading,
Food.
I will mention. King, feel free to check personal messages.
What the?
By the way, King, that cut on your face is starting to fester a slight bit.
Yep.
I'm going
Lesser
to
restoration
heal
yourself.
it.
Okay. Are you just gonna do a medicine check, or are you gonna do an actual spell?
Yeah, just a medicine check.
Okay.
Because I don't want to waste a spell slot on this, because I know you at this point.
Screams at wall for half an hour. He needs a hug.
Who?
You didn't see. Okay. Zaya feels the need to suddenly give King a hug.
No.
Refuses baser instinct. Alright, you managed to clean the cut and finally get to close up. It's gonna scar most likely, but overall it seems like it's well taken care of.
Can I roll medicine on the dog to see if it's alive now?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll medicine on the dog to see if it's alive.
Like trace of the festering or anything on King's face anymore?
No, the wound he seems to clean it and address it pretty quickly. He realizes it'll scar pretty badly, but it's just another war scar. It's nothing he's not used to.
I was gonna say I'm suspicious because it was
Grief.
Congratulations.
Squirrel.
E2, the dog, seems completely healthy.
Oh my god!
He rolled medicine to
He's
see if
not
you
a
were dead.
psychiatrist.
Yep.
Not a psychiatrist.
No, he was a warlock, and a bad one at that.
No, I'm not
Are
a
you
warlock,
sure? I
thank you.
look pretty
I'm a
dead.
cleric.
No, he knows you're alive. As someone who is now becoming slowly a medical professional and the understanding of how magic and how divinity works and all that, he realized you're completely healthy.
I'm going to start staring at him intensely.
Okay, give me an intimidation check.
Uncomfortable.
E2.
Okay.
No need to
Yes.
roll that. I feel uncomfortable.
Well, we need to find out to what degree do you feel uncomfortable?
A big one. To the point where I throw a ration at her.
As she stares at you, you can't tell if it's a loving embrace, like E2 is happy you looked her way,
She's got a crush.
or if she's angry. You're an idiot. Oh, is that thing on you want that on those, by the way. That thing will collapse otherwise. You want that back end, so you're gonna want to lift that up slightly and put it under those under them. Yeah.
I'm suffering.
No, come over to this end and then.
Turn
You're gonna just get up for a second. I'll let you guys talk because Fook is an idiot. Give me a minute.
I'm gonna look at it
You
too.
can't use weapons if you're a dog.
I can use weapons as I'm a dog. I've done it before.
I'm gonna look at it too and be like, I'm sorry, Pooch, I don't swing that way.
You don't swing with dogs, even though.
I can shoot a bow as a dog. Like My weapons are catered to my dog body.
That's cool. Wait, but that means if you're a human, can you not shoot it because it's a dog-based bow?
I'm pretty sure it can change.
Chiding
I
everyone
haven't
else.
thought this through hard enough.
Okay, so as you guys continue walking, and King now feels very confused about everything,
I'm playing dead again.
you feel Vukiak continue to pet you.
Well, if she dies, at least we have more rations. That was
Rude,
out of
I
character.
heard that.
That was out of character. Me being stupid. Can I? Speaking
Yes.
of food, can I look around to see if there's like any wild game or like any
Feel
edible
free.
food? Because if we run out of food on, what do I do? Nature.
Yeah, give me a nature check or perception. Oh, perception to see it, nature to know what's around, what would be around naturally in the area.
Okay, I got a 19 for perception, a 14.
Say again. 14 for what?
19 for perception, 14 for nature.
All right. So you do see a bunch of wild rabbits running around the grassy fields, and you do also know that in this area usually hares, jackrabbits, snakes, plenty of small birds and pheasants tend to roam these parts of the Isle of Man.
Can I try to shoot a rabbit?
Do you have a bow?
I have a cross.
Yes, then yes, you may try and shoot one.
Alright. I just roll a normal attack roll then?
Yep.
Alright. Dibus, walk off.
Dibus doesn't understand you as you start to go slightly mute.
Oh god. I have a bad feeling. Everyone, if I shoot a rabbit and I suddenly die, that'll be the end of all of us. So I just hope you know.
Except
Have
me,
fun.
I'll live.
You know, I'm
Yeah, because
rather
you don't
tempted.
Have a collar. Oh, I got an 11 to attack.
All right, you managed to shoot a rather plump hare that can't seem to escape to its hole quick enough, and it drops to the ground as the thing seems to penetrate its ribs.
Sweet. So now I got a hair, but now it's bloody and it's gonna smell. How do I cover?
How do you cover smell?
Yes.
Oh, usually some people like to dress the animal, and cook it on the spot. That way they can just put the meat away.
I'll do that. I'll cook it up.
Obvious city girl here. Yes, go ahead. Roll for the ability to how
Survival.
well you dress it and how you cook it, which yes is survival.
I'm not a city girl, but I'm not country to know the terminology. I'm
14. All right. You managed
die
to.
as a city girl.
You managed to cut it open, getting most of the clumps of fur off of it, all doing this in front of everyone else, and managed to pull out almost everything, keeping the meat clean, and start cooking it. As you cook it, it does kind of char a little bit, so it's a little more burnt than normal, but it's cooked, and as you salt it, it's a little over seasoned, but it should last you a while.
All right, how many rations can I add for that?
Add 5 rations for that. Oh.
Sweet.
As Vukiak looks to you too. Continues to pet vigorously.
I'm crying.
Alright.
Wait, are you actually crying? Because that might signify there's something wrong.
I am. Me too.
King.
Starts crying.
Dogs don't have tear ducts.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
My eyes are watering.
Yes.
Okay, wait.
Can't tell me no, because I've seen dogs cry.
That dog in that photo is obviously crying. Look at it. It's in pain.
What?
No, technically dogs don't cry.
They whine.
They do have tear ducts, but they don't cry.
I am using those tear ducts to cry.
You can't physically.
But my
It's-
dog face
Stab
looks just like
yourself.
that.
Yes,
Stab
but
yourself
okay.
in the eye.
No, because so A dog's tear ducts drain the liquid back towards the throat and nose area instead of spilling out. So it actually, what you see is the dog is
Comes out your
absorbing
nose.
liquid. All right. E2 is trying so hard here. Trying to
Just
outsmart
watch
the
it
DM.
reveal you can shapeshift.
I'm so sad.
You could turn into a changeling and start pointing towards your mouth.
I refuse.
Okay.
Do
She could
You can
gesture
pause
have
to
they
her
seen me
mouth
as a
and her
changeling yet?
No, they have not. You are too far off for them to see you.
So no one
Whoa.
knows. So I'm gonna stay. Who's cursing?
One sec.
Not me.
We're gonna take a sec, guys. Just to check something.
Alright.
Just one moment for the stream. We're dealing with technical difficulties. I'm just checking
You
something.
too. Couldn't you just like point to your throat with your dog paws and kind of just point at your neck? Or like scratch at your neck repeatedly?
I've tried doing crazy things. I've tried rolling onto my back,
We're just
playing
thinking.
dead, staring at you guys,
Well,
tried
you've
to
only
cry.
done it. You've only done it to King. King's not the most observant or smart.
Okay. When DM comes back.
Oh, I'm back. I'm listening to the entire thing.
Yeah, so like just if it's your voice, maybe you should start pointing at your throat and maybe King will not be too thick-headed and he'll understand.
I
Cuz
start
Aya's
doing
not
that.
paying enough attention. She's like getting a rabbit and stuff, so.
And Dibus doesn't care.
Immediately.
Paw your
Paw
muzzle.
my muzzle.
Alright, so as you guys continue on, Vukyak vigorously still petting E2. You guys continue to walk and you finally make it to what looks to be a small setup of a town slash keep. As you arrive, you see a couple of the gates, and you immediately recognize the symbols on the chests of the soldiers as the Walkers of the Void, a very prominent and well-known group, an organization who are very commonly associated as Logolthus's holy order. They seem to guard what looks to be the Black Mist with a full wall around it, as well as a city on the outskirts, because people will literally live anywhere. And as you guys continue to walk up to the gates, they look at you lot with confusion, as you lot are a very strange group, and ask, "What's your business?"
King just
I know he did.
exited shit. Alright, King, state your business. The voids. Walkers are there.
The Walkers of the Void.
Yes, walkers of the
God
void.
Is there
damn
any
it.
beer here?
Oh, you're standing outside the city, so you can smell it on the air that there's alcohol.
Oh my god, I want a drink.
We are traveling, but I believe this dwarf here wants business with you.
The guards look to the dwarf.
Yeah,
To mistyping.
Yeah.
Dwarf starts to bring out fake keyboard, starts typing.
You two make the typing sound.
I'm here to test myself by jumping into the mist. Oh god, E2, please stop. As they look at you, King, and with confusion in their eyes, are like, you wish to test yourself. Well, unless you're a member of the Walkers of the Void, you can't go through there. The initiation process takes, to even go through the mist, it takes about 5 years of training, as expected by the Walker, or as our leader directs.
Guess we'll drop him off here for 5 years.
Not anyone can just walk through here.
Well, I guess this little plan of yours wasn't that well thought out. Anyone else know where we should travel to next then? I guess we're taking ideas
A doctor.
now.
And a bar.
You can't speak, you two.
I know, but I want to go to a bar, please.
I mean, you could if you can get out of Vukiak's grip, you can wander in and try to drink.
I'm
from
never
the
getting out of
dog.
his grip.
Ain't that true? Okay, King typed something.
Yep. I am needed to do it. It's a divine quest. And the man says, I don't care if you're the king of the dwarves. You're not getting through this damn gate without specified recognition by one of our upper members.
Should I upper members? Do I know any upper?
No, you've never even heard of them.
Can I use my criminal contact background?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll for that.
All right, what do you want me to roll?
Give me a intelligence check.
Right. I got a nat 1. I got a 4 total.
You have no contacts in this area.
I should.
Well,
Why
I
would
mean,
I have
you
contacts
do have a
on
contact as you're
yeah.
looking through your book. It's Zaris who's standing right next to you.
Zaris.
He's the only criminal you
trying to-
need.
So wait, are they blocking the gate? To
Yes,
the
the
city or
gate
just
the gate
this?
walls are the gate doors are closed.
Could I
don't
get in?
know. I don't know about this crazy man who wants to join your group, but we're looking to travel. Would we be able to get into the city and sightsee at all? If possible, of course.
Well, you could and he looks to the other guard and kind of licks his lips a little bit, looking you up and down, and says, "A
Yeah.
bribe could always be of value, I've been told."
I point my staff at him.
Oh no,
think
don't
about
do
it,
it,
I will
brother. I'm the
ensure
bard.
Your head is mine.
The guard looks at you and says, "Boy, I've eaten tougher things than you."
Oh, so you even dick more.
Can I roll intimidation? Feel free. And then let me know what you're gonna say.
All right, and when he f's up, I'll roll seduction and be a bard.
I'm gonna seduce him as a dog.
Really, you want another madness trait there?
Oh, you're right. I
Oh.
shouldn't. E2
Say
has been through enough.
E2's
E2
kind of
goes blind.
E2's kind of a special little snowflake here. I don't imagine they want to deal with these very ruddy looking guards. That's whoa, it is a D20. All right.
Whoa.
All right. What do you
And that-
say? What do you say to the guards?
Wow.
Suck my dick, guards.
I'm supposed to be proficient with intimidation and stuff.
As King begins to contemplate, glaring at them.
My persuasion's plus 10. Okay. Never mind. I just.
You bastards will let us pass, or I will ensure that you make your way into a hole in the ground. The guard looks
Wow.
at you and stops, kind of licking his lips, questioning whether he should take you on. Kind of noticing that your group seems very unique, and taking that as a sign that you're at least somewhat of adventurers. Opens
any of
these
us-
gates slightly and and lets you in. Yes, Zaya.
Thank you. I was gonna say if I would know if the Crimson Talon had any hold.
Roll
I'm assuming-
intelligence for that.
Okay, intelligence. Let me roll in.
Do I still have my Crimson Talon, badge?
Yep, you still have a little necklace around
Because I
your.
was gonna say, yeah, we
Cool.
could. I got a 14 total.
You know they have one on the Isle of Man. You just don't know where it is and who they are.
Yeah, I'm assuming that wouldn't get us.
You could ask me.
Well, Zaya is also a member of the Crimson Talons.
Oh,
Mhm.
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
All of us but Vukiak
And
King.
King. As the gates open, you pass through, and the guards kind of accepting it. You walk into a very lively city. Surprisingly, I mean, there are symbols of Logalthus, the God Butcher, the Red Storm, the one who gifts the Boom Boom, as one of the gnomes called it. Had to go there. So yeah, as you guys walk through, I mean, the city seems pretty well off, and people are very ecstatic, very cheerful and kind as you walk. Every block you see some form of a statue or design of Logothis on either a building or something of the sort.
I want to go to a bar.
Oh, as you manage to sniff out your way towards what the closest thing that smells of hops, just jumping off of Vukiak as quickly as possible and running straight towards the scent, you manage to find a bar where a younger human male, looks to be, if you had to guess, around 17, seems to be running it. The outside symbol seems to be the decapitated head, or a decapitated head with a crown on it. As you walk up to the door, you sense a strong arcana at the door, though. And you see
Oh
the
my
boy is
God.
standing at the door.
I want in. I want to drink. I've been through so much. Please.
Magic. Wait, did we see her run off?
You see her run off in a specified direction, yes.
You can follow me if you like. I'm just gonna go get drunk.
Bars are places to get useful information.
Do you lot follow?
I
Okay, King follows.
I'll see what the dog's doing. Because maybe she smelt something useful.
Alright, does Zyrus follow everyone else, I assume?
King
Alright.
is following.
Yeah, so as
Okay.
King kind of walks off first, the rest of you lot start to follow. Dibus, of course, following orders. So E2, as you're looking at this door, you do sense a very strong magical presence, and the boy standing at the door seems to be just smiling, just standing there. He's not blocking the door, he's standing off to the side of it. But you still, again, see on the door is a symbol of what looks to be a decapitated head with a crown on it.
Can I roll in a arcana again?
Yes.
Okay, or like
E2 does
Yeah.
this.
E2 points, and the boy looks down at E2 and says, "Oh," and starts petting E2's head.
I
got
hate
a-
people who pet me.
I got a
Glares. Boy continues petting, not noticing it. Zaya, what'd you get?
I got a 14.
Congratulations, it has a lot of arcana coming off this, an ungodly amount, like someone is putting their entire magical ability onto this door.
God, I just want to drink.
And
Can
King,
I
history check.
investigate the symbol?
You cannot, but King, go ahead and do a history check.
Don't mess up.
Alright. You know that this bar is known as the King's Head. It's pretty well known in the human lands, as a great place to get a good strong drink and meet very interesting people. Some of the
Can we go
greatest
in?
some of the greatest figures in history have visited this bar. Yeah, you can open the door. The kid's not blocking it
Someone asked the kid a question.
as he's sitting there petting E2 as E2 is glaring up at the boy. This boy's about 6 foot tall that you notice him. He's also very dark skinned compared to any of the other
6
male
feet.
down girl.
Excuse me, is this a place to rest and get food and drink?
Boy looks at you for a second, kind of shocked as he looks up from the dog that he's been petting. Says, "Why, yes, lady." And kind of looks at you for a second, confused.
Ah, wonderful. Is it open then, or should we come back later?
Oh
I
no,
don't know. We're new here.
it's open 24/7. The owner likes to keep this place open as long as he can. However, you can find his location pretty much in many different parts of the world.
God, I feel like
Ah.
we're gonna die going in here.
I know. That's the thing, but can I? Sorry if I seem nosy. I do like exploring a lot. Can I ask what the magic energy I sense coming from here is? Do you have like magical drinks or something?
As you say that, the boy looks you up and down and says, "You know, I like to explore too. But yes, our owner likes to bring drinks from all sorts of times of history. He's very big on studying the brewing mastery of the world. He spent many years studying amongst the dwarves, many years with the elves. Many different types of brews have been brought to here. Some magical, some non. You could say he's kind of a history hound, if anything.
Ah, interesting. Dan, can I roll history on that? See if I know who this guy is that he's talking about.
You can. As King pops up and says fire whiskey, the boy goes, "We've added it. It's not as popular amongst our typical patrons, but to the younger folks it seems to be. Those few who have been able to gain admission. He does tend to close. The owner does tend to close one at a bar at one at a time and likes to only ever have one location open. But many patrons from all throughout tend to try and get in. It's a very prestigious bar. A 13 on the
Got a
history check.
13.
You have heard about this place. It is one. This is one of the most prestigious places that have ever existed as far as the bar industry. Those who should go have a great time.
Can I just walk in already?
Oh,
All right, yeah. Do you just
Sounds
kind of open the
amazing.
door, you two, or
Yeah,
push
I
through the
go
door?
in.
All right. As you go in, do the rest of you follow?
I
Yeah, Zaris.
Yeah.
Okay, Zaya.
can I see? Can I let the dog step into the door first? Like let her
Yeah,
go
as the
first, see
door
what happens, and
opens,
then follow.
as the door opens, E2 and Zaris kind of start to walk in, and as it opens up, you see this massive, um, massive ballroom. It's gorgeous. It looks to be. It seems to have what you'd have to guess of a kind of a lightning theme right now, or like a storm-esque theme, as people are dressed in stormier colors. The bands are playing very vibrant music, and people are dancing very jolty-like. Waiters are coming, or there's a waiter that seems to come up. He's dressed almost as a full butler and starts to kind of usher you lot in with a plate of what looks to be some sort of wine or champagne.
I want it. I want it. I want it.
Yes, I'll follow. And Zaya is interested in this fancy room. Hang on.
Okay, so
This
as
is a cult.
Zaya,
Is
E2,
there-
and Zaris
is
go
there a
in, does King
place-
follow in as well?
Is there a place nearby where she could like change her outfit to match the theme?
Oh, me too.
I'll get to that here in a sec. Just let
She's
King
got
answer first.
costume.
I want to see if does King go in as well, or is he gonna stay out and go head towards his quest?
And
Give him a second. He's typing. I would like to ask him if the interior travels. He said the butler,
Oh.
as he kind of nods towards you and says, "Yes, on occasion we do move the location just for the in case of. We've had a few not so great patrons that have come through that we've had to change our locations. But as far as if you are you referring to the dimension door, then no, we don't move our location like that. Technically, we're not. That's not permitted within by our master."
Bro,
Or
you're so
the master of
smart.
the house, as he is called. Thank you. My name is Jeffrey. I'm the head butler
you
here.
can't speak, Itu.
I can't speak. I'm talking about King. King
Oh,
is
no,
smart 'cause
as-
he knew
As
exactly what that door
E2
was.
as E2 thinks this, the man immediately responds.
I want to speak with the man more. Please tell the man that I'm mute and I need help.
He looks to you and says, "You're mute? Oh, I have just the drink for you." And he grabs his little. He starts to put up a finger and makes a weird motion of almost like a drain as he points to one of his butlers, and they seem to step up and start moving to the back room. He says, "I'll
My
be right with
mind.
you."
Ah, this is.
He's my new best friend.
King, as you're
Quite the
standing there,
place.
kind of looking around the place, waiting at the doorway, you feel a hand on your back as someone just smacks you in, Vukiak shoving you through to walk in. And the door slams shut behind you lot.
This is a death trap. It's a death trap, but Zaya
Cool,
is
cool,
No,
cool.
character.
Not in the slightest. From what you can tell, there's no... Vukiak doesn't seem to be freaking out, who does have danger sense. He seems completely calm in this situation.
Really?
I
Wow.
miss the storm part.
The storm. Jeffrey just looks at you and says, "Oh, the storm is our theme for the night. The master of the house really enjoys themes. To be honest, he's big on every night. There's a new theme. It's part of the prestige of this great establishment."
Yes, I see. It's quite amazing. Is there a place I can change my outfit to match the attire
He looks
of
to.
everyone else?
Got you. He looks to Zaya and E2 and says, "Yes, ladies, this way." And he points to a female butler who comes over in a full suit. She starts taking you to the back changing room, and he
Have
looks.
I taken the drink yet? Can I
She seems to
speak
bring
now?
it with you into the changing room to hand it to you.
Please give it to me.
Sorry, I have to come back after a certain thing I must do. He says, "Well, the door, or I'm happy to let you through if you'd like. Just take a minute." And he looks to Zaris. What'd you say, Zaris? He says, "Oh, the leader is Master Zelm." Well, technically it's Master Zelm and Mel's. They're good friends, or they're double owners. They're twins, from what I've been told.
Does that name ring a bell with me?
Roll a history check. And yes,
Alright.
E2, as the waitress gives it to you. I don't know what a female butler is. As the waitress hands you the drink and kind of pours it into your mouth, you
Maid?
suddenly gain the ability to talk again. Thank you.
Oh, thank goodness.
And King, as you go to open the door, you realize the door, as you open it, seems to pop into what looks to be a ruined city that as you're looking out.
I got a 12.
Zaya, you've heard of a guy named Zelm? He's supposedly a very famous wizard, who was able to bend the wills of nature to his own will.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's not the Black Ant Mist. From what you can tell, this looks like a dwarven ruin. And as you're looking in, you see that it's very dark. There seems to be graffiti that's very well washed. And it looks like no one has ever been out of this area before. Or like in this area in a very long time. If you had to put a rough estimate, you could say about hundreds of years from the looks of the ruins. All right, as you close the door, the Jeffrey looks at you and says, "Are you not satisfied, sir?" Wolf, no spoiling.
Uh-oh.
So yes, as you guys kind of walk about, Zaya and E2 come out fully dressed. E2 now has a little storm cloud on her little dog form that she's walking around like a little thundercloud, looking
Wait,
adorable.
what do I have?
You're just literally, since you're still in your dog form,
Bolt.
you're literally in what looks to be like a little fluffy cloud that's wrapped around you.
I'm okay with this. This is nice. I want
Okay.
alcohol now.
Okay, I got you. I need to. Okay. So yes, and Zaya, you come out fully dressed in a nice yellow gown with a black lightning bolt going down it. It's gorgeous by all means. Your hair's all done up. Of course, you don't have unfortunately any makeup overall that's left due to the
I
fact of the
got costume
inclement
and
weather.
disguise kit.
You do have a disguise kit, but due to the inclement weather, the makeup in it isn't perfect. So you just decide to go with more of a natural look overall.
I still look good.
She's
Yeah.
pretty.
Many seems that many of the men in there seem to catch the eyes of you seem to catch their eye on you. And Zaris,
Cinderella.
Oh,
as you
send
look
them a few
around,
winks.
okay, give me a second. Zaris, you start to look around. What are you looking for specifically? Any other rooms or? Well, define out of place. What would be considered out of place to you? Do you want me to give you a second to think about that?
Mainly like what's like what's the correct word I'm looking for? Like anything that's like not the Isle of Man
Oh, okay.
structure.
I got you. So as you look about, you realize that most of the bricks and the way the building is designed looks to have been by dwarven architects, but your guess, which isn't uncommon for wealthier people, seeing as dwarves have a better sense for building with stone than any of the other races. Um, the place seems to have people of all races, from Goliaths, orcs of all different colors. You see that it seems that there are humans of many different colors and shades, some with different types of hair, gnomes, all the different types of dwarves, dragonborn from ancient times to modern times, from what you can tell, so like as in they're older looking to younger looking. Much of the wait staff seems to be varied of races. Some you've seen, some you've read about. And you do see in the back, like back by the band on the right side, is a nice heavy wooden door that seems to enter into another room. Um, Otherwise, it seems like a normal ballroom for a nobleman. It just seems kind of weird that this many people, this many races would gather in one place. You get the sense that this is either a very well established name or brand, or that there's many entryways in different places. If any bar needs a plan B, it's this one. Oh man. So yes, as you look around, you see many of famous people in there as you're looking about. The one thing that does catch your eye, to start with, is you notice there is someone more unique than anybody else. A woman seems to be sitting down with a cloth across her eyes, a dwarven woman who seems to be a little shorter of stature, a little rounder than the average dwarven woman, standing with a staff, and she seems to almost be missing one of her arms as she's just sitting there. Um, The others seem to be you see Goliaths of all types. You see a few older humans. I mean, literally, there are suitors of all types and of both sexes. I will mention E2. You even managed to find a very unique looking bloodhound that seems to have seems to be staring at you as you're walking about.
Ooh, is he?
Wow.
God, no.
I would love to approach
You're
him.
gonna seduce
All right.
a normal dog?
So as you walk up, E2, you suddenly feel a strong magical presence coming from the dog as it seems to be speaking to your mind and says, "How do you do, lady?" And it's a more effeminate voice at first that you catches your eye. This seems to be a female, but you're not sure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's E2 into?
It's weird. Ichu has never seen like another talking dog before.
As the dog continues to speak, the voice kind of changes slightly every once in a while, sometimes going deeper, sometimes going higher, and goes, "I take it you're from our great empire, the Great Golden Empire.
I don't know. Where did I come from?
From what you remember, you grew up in an orphanage.
Yeah,
You've never even met another person like you.
yeah.
So what do you want to say to him?"
I want to ask him of his origins too.
He says, "Well, I'm one of the great princes of the Golden Empire. Are you not a changeling?"
I've met another changeling?
Seems like it.
Ichu starts to wag her tail.
Says, "Yes, I'm a prince. I was the third prince in line for the throne.
What are you doing here then?
Like all the rest of us, we are here drinking, enjoying, hoping for a time with Master Zelm or Mel's if I can get the opportunity. Either I'd be happy to speak with. Of course, my kingdom, the empire's in trouble. My father's very old, and my two older brothers are extremely corrupt. So I'm here to seek his aid for assistance."
Oh wow.
He says, "How
Can I
you?"
get you a drink?
He,
Inside it.
he says, "Yes, I would love to have a drink with you," and kind of starts to walk over towards the bar and slowly
The dog
transforms, and
bowls.
it starts to transform into a massive bear, like dark black bear, as it sits up on one of the chairs. As those two kind of go off on their own, it's a freaking quest hub. Yeah, there you go. King, as you're kind of standing about looking about, you see a woman with extremely snowy white hair just sitting alone, and she's the first one that catches your eye, as it seems that you've seen this woman before. She is dwarvish by nature, with very bright, or with snow white hair, long flowing and touching the ground, and a simple white robe with a staff of what looks to be a red wood and a green gem at the center of it. And she seems to be kind of smiling at you every once in a while and looking at you over it. As you approach her, she looks at you and says, "Well, how do you do, handsome?"
Why are they all seducing us?
Haha.
It's a
The
bar.
bard's
This is
got
what
the
happens in a
bard
bar.
here. The bard's got.
What? E2's got plans already.
I'm just like downing drink after drink at this point. Ichu has alcoholism, so she
Same.
Can talk now
is
too.
just going ham.
Gonna have to make con save.
No, I'll take care of it.
Probably.
I'm doing fine. This is a nice establishment. She nods and says, "Yes, I visited this place since I was a young lady with my mother. Oh, so long ago."
Creep.
She she looks to be about 30, roughly, if you had to guess, though.
Long ago.
Hmm.
Well. Can I, while everyone's off drinking and
One
talking
sec.
to people,
I'll get to you.
I want to dress Dibbis to the occasion.
I will get to you. Don't worry.
Fashion
Yay.
show.
Yes.
Must have many memories. She goes, "Yes, yes. Back in those days, things were simpler. So many less faces around here. So much quieter. But I digress." And she says, "Can I order you a drink?" The strong scent of alcohol is on the air as the music changes to a smooth jazz for a little while. New dancers switching up as we go along. Some sit down, some don't. Go ahead, King. I can feel Wolf pulling his hair out right now. He wants to say.
Wolf, they literally have no way out. Oh, nothing. Nothing to worry about. And I said, I'm worried. If anybody needs a plan B, it's this one. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
I have a plan.
You
think
don't
I
have any. You've never made any. He just taught you how to make them.
I thought you said I got to edit.
He didn't end up giving you any, as you found out. No, I'm
Oh.
afraid I must be sharp so that when we get back to the Black Mist, I can help my lady. He gave her two. Well, I don't have any record of that as the current. So, as you, state that, she looks at you and says, Black Mist? I don't recall a black mist in my time. You must be from a far away land. And she starts asking you about your story, King, as you kind of relay with a little bit embellishing it slightly of what has gone on in your life and what you've experienced. And we will come back to you in a moment. Zaris, what's your plan? Are you going to continue to investigate the place and look around, avoiding contact with anybody that's human? Or, well,
I would.
more, I guess, a bipedal creature?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. I want to well, not experiment, but observe, see how they act from a far off distance.
Oh yeah, as you start to observe, it seems they seem calm, relaxed, like they're enjoying themselves.
How they act, really.
I hope this isn't all an illusion.
It probably is a trick, but it's fun.
Like how they
I'm having a good time.
I'm having a good time. Having a good
go
time.
about with movements, how they stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. As you go about, or as you watch them, they seem to be most of them seem to interact very friendly, making small talk. It seems that a lot of them seem to be here and understand that the basic rules that there is no violence in this place. And I did stand correct. Have looked at my source. It is true that Zaya has 5 of them, and I will keep track of that because I did not make the item yet.
All right.
You do have 5 Plan
Cool.
Bs. But I will take care of the damage and keep track of that overall. Yes, I saw Wolf. I took care of it. Shut up now. All right. God damn. Um. So yes, it seems like it's a very calm overall atmosphere, and the butlers keep coming up to you, trying to offer you drinks and asking if you want anything to eat.
That's so sus.
Politely decline and ask, well, one of the butlers that wants to come up and ask me, well, offer me a drink. May I have an audience with them? Or you guys?
The butler that comes up seems to be a younger one, seems to be newer overall, a gnomish looking creature, and says, unfortunately, the master is not taking guests of your experience or status, if it will. He's a very busy man, and unfortunately, with the amount of meetings that have already been scheduled, I can't jump you to the front of the line due to the fact that you are not someone of note to him personally. In simpler terms, you aren't a personal friend, if that makes it a little easier to understand my hesitation here.
Okay.
You ginger pine monster? What the fuck's a ginger pine? I don't want to know. Alright. As Zaris continues to chat up with the butlers, trying to figure out what exactly is going on here, Zaya, as you start to dress Dibus, Dibus completely doesn't move and just kind of stands and follows you around for the time being. Again,
Yay.
keeping kind of quiet to himself, eyeing the room.
Now we match.
A older, yes, now he is in a full suit that of yellow and black coloring, a yellow sports yellow jacket with a black dress shirt and black pants. He looks a younger looking tiefling who seems to have a giant silver emblem on his chest. And he's still in what looks to be semi kind of like a mixture of nicer ornate plate mail and a suit. It's kind of hard to tell, whereas the plate seems to be underneath but has the full symbolism. He also has a jacket over himself. And as
Why?
you, yes.
I was gonna ask if I recognize the symbol.
You have seen this symbol a lot in your life, in fact. This is it's a symbol of Silver Song, but it's strangely a little off due to the fact that although it seems to be an actual silver note, it seems to have a bloodied, red background to it.
That's interesting and kind of ominous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. Okay, where is he at?
He seems to be chatting with you, or coming towards you.
Oh, well, I'm gonna put on a friendly smile then and say, "Greetings. Are you having an enjoyable time this? Wait, it's morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
This morning.
He seems to smile at you and says, I've never seen someone so breathtaking and with such a fine taste in traveling companions.
He's coming after you.
Ah, well, consider me flattered. I don't usually have the pleasure of meeting so many as finely dressed and as kind and polite in your mannerisms. Consider me honored, and I'll give him a little curtsy.
Mm-hmm. He nods and introduces himself. I am Blenton of House Silversong, one of the, of course, great heroes of the War of the Blackened
Oh
Field.
no! Oh no! Oh no! Wait, out of character. Oh no! Wait a second. Do
Zaris
I
also
recognize this name?
Zaris also sees this man wearing a symbol that looks very similar to the family's, but with a red or black background. However, you know exactly who this is. You've seen the painting of this man in the household before.
He's one of. Wait, is he one of my great ancestors?
Saya. He is one. Yeah, he's from. You don't know. You recognize the name from history, and you recognize that he's a Silver Song. That means he's got to be someone who's related to you, but you don't. Give me a history check. See if you recognize it.
Okay, because my great grandfather's trying to hit on me.
No way! How is he still alive?
It's a time mess up.
In here? There's a time paradox?
I don't know. I got an 11.
Oh.
You remember seeing a man that was very similar to this, drawn in the main Silver Song household. This is one of the main founders, or one of the most well-known members of your family.
Does he? Yeah, so I know he's family for sure then.
He's a famous hero. He's supposed to have died roughly, if you had to put a number to it, he should have died about at least over 4,000 years ago.
Blenton the Bloodied. I do believe that's a name I recall. You say you are the Silver Song house.
Yes, I helped. Well, I was not necessarily a founder, but I did dabble a little bit in the helping of creating our this great household. And of course, my son would eventually become king, from what I've been told. However, after
your
the
son is.
Oh, Blenton the Second was his name, but
Blenton the
you might know
Second.
him as the Golden Crown at the time. And Zaris is, you kind of are peering in on this. You hear this, you recognize that name. That is one of the most legendary Tiefling kings besides Calfell the Risen. He is one of the guys who literally put the Tieflings into a golden age after taking the Tabaxi lands.
That's. Oh. Well, you.
I have bad news.
Taking a seat with me, perhaps ordering a drink, and telling me some tales about your battles?
I says I would love to. I always enjoy the company of a beautiful tiefling such as yourself. It's very rare I get to see such fine hair on a young lady like yourself. And as as he kind of starts to, you notice out of the side of your eye with your passive perception, he seems to kind of pull out a ring on his finger and kind of pocket it slowly.
Oh no! Yes, I'm sorry. I should
Well
introduce
then.
myself. I am Zaya of House Ravensong.
Raven
It's
song.
probably one you don't know yet. It's a newer house.
He looks to you and
But
smiles and says, Raven song, Raven song. I've never. Are you a cadet house of someone?
I have my silver. I believe.
I know the Strong Songs were a well-known group. Are you one of
Yes.
their? Are you a bastard daughter of the lord of that house?
No, no. From what I
Cyrus is
afraid
just
I
in
am
the
not.
background smacking himself in the
I
head.
am not in close connection, sadly, with my family much. I've been busy on my travels, but for what I've been told, we are family members from a household that split off on their own and established their own house. Uh, but I would be interested in talking with you. Perhaps we can figure out together. Like I said, history is not something I'm the best with, sadly.
All right. So as you guys start to talk, in the background, Zaris is sitting there watching this conversation, hearing the whole thing. Now he's vigorously looking for an escape. All right. I'm gonna go back up the order. Of course, Vukiek this entire time seems to just go up to the bar and starts downing drinks, completely ignoring everyone, not wanting to talk with anybody.
Are you
Um,
okay?
E2. As you are sitting there and chatting,
Alright, y'all, I need to
he
talk.
the man introduces himself. He says, "My name is Zara, Zara of the House of the Bear. I'm assuming
God,
as a changeling, you've of course heard of the noble house of the Golden Empire, correct?"
oh my god, I want to hit on him so bad, but I've come across some terrible information,
You have
and
not.
I
That's
can't
out of
even hit
character.
on him.
That is
God.
out of character. No metagame. He looks
No,
to you and
I can't
says,
even tell anybody this.
"Nope, you can't. That's cheating." Um,
Can I be like rambling like an old drunk?
you can if you'd like to him, but he's gonna continue to flirt with you.
Oh my god, I can't
In
even
fact,
tell.
roll
I
me
don't
a
even know.
Ancestors?
roll me a
Well, at least your great
E2.
grandfather's not trying to
E2.
propose.
Roll me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, because I'm drunk and I'm
Nope.
rambling about how like
Nope. I'll
these
tell you.
guys.
Gonna
It's
seduce
a
you.
freaking time paradox.
He's gonna seduce you.
And we need to get out of here because in real life, the day has been like a week.
She's already
In real
metagaming.
life?
Come on, E2, you got it.
What's my
I've
charisma
read
plus
this in
one?
a Percy Jackson series. I know what's up.
Do you though? Do you have any idea what the DM is doing?
No,
I'm
I
not
just
going
know,
to vomit on him.
I just know my great times 5 grandfather's apparently gonna propose.
Much farther than that.
Yeah.
E2, let me
It's
get
Like
your.
in real life, a week has passed already. We need
You
to
don't
get
know
the
that.
heck out of
You
here.
don't
But I
know.
don't even know that. I'm just drunk and
You don't
talking
know.
to this
Huh?
hot changeling.
Who told her?
I rolled a 3.
Who told her? Okay, you roll a 3. That's for you as a +1, so that's a 4. You start to find yourself slowly
No,
falling.
it's just 3. It's just
Oh.
3.
You start to slowly find yourself falling more and more for this man's, this bear's sweet words, and finally he
What's
just
his
kind.
name again?
He is Zara of the House of Bear.
Well, is there a Mrs. Zarya?
He looks at you and
Of the
says,
House of
"I
Bear?
have.
Wink.
My brothers have been married, but myself, I have yet to claim a wife, and if you don't mind me saying, that cloud looks just desirable." As he starts,
Excuse me, I'm too drunk for this.
as he slowly starts to take your hand and lead you back towards the back room.
Oh, hell yeah, let's smash.
Gonna start making some
I can hardly
puppies.
walk. I'm stumbling at this point,
Oh,
by the
he's
way.
fully picked you up and carrying you into a back room.
I howl.
as you just
Okay.
watch Zara, Zaya, and King just watch as this giant black bear carries off this dog that's howling.
This
I
is
don't-
so bad. This is not okay. This is very. I'm dead.
No.
Yeah, basically.
All
I'm
right.
not sure I want to see the hybrids those two make.
So as they go into a back room, we're gonna move back on to King. We will come back to the other group here in a minute. King, as you are continuously talking with this woman, she listens to your story and says, "You know, I have a story for you. You might be interested in, since you seem to be someone of an excitable life." She goes, "When I was a little younger, I met a man, very brutish man, that the reason why I'm here to meet with Zelm himself currently. This man was given everything by my mother, along with my two sons, um, or my two brothers. He was given the same status as us, brought into our household, protected, given full rights to live with us. And he managed to turn on her one day after all she had done for him with his disgusting hammer. He beat her down until she was wounded. And then he attacked my brother and tried to steal his wife away. And all this just for a damn stupid throne." And she just continues to kind of ramble about it. What are you rolling? You gotta tell me what you're rolling before you roll it. Also, that's okay. There we go. History. Overall, it sounds very similar to the Age of Chaos. That's basically the simplest definition of it, according to what would be from the point of view of one of the gods. She continues rambling on. She says, "Yes, some other creatures joined him, then turned on him, and then I had to seal them away, the disgusting bastards. Couldn't be happy with being mortals, couldn't be happy with who they were. Then a few heroes tried to get involved, two groups of about six heroes, supposed heroes, tried to get themselves involved and joined with him at some point, managing to almost kill us. Even managing to trap one of my brother's souls in the other's body. It was disgusting. No matter what we did, we could not win. We never expected a man like that to turn on us. Like a damn dog. Sorry, you two." Sounds like the War of the Gods. She looks at you and says,
Not offended.
"War of the Gods? What gods are you referring to? I'm no god. I am just as you are. Flesh and blood."
Uh-oh.
In the background, you hear you two just howling.
Are all of these guys gods? What?
No, I don't think Bletton the Bloodied was just a
The
hero.
King of Kings turning on the Goddess of Time. She goes, I'm a mage myself, but there's no king. There was no crown. It was the head of a dinner table. My mother was sick, weakened by the state, and my uncle refused to do anything about it. Wolf is wishing he was in the back of the background right now. Yeah, right. Give King a second to type. Yeah, I know. I mean, it makes sense. I apologize then. I'm sorry for your losses. She looks at you and says, "Yes. Last thing I can remember was a dark, dark cloud coming over me. And then I found myself here." Oh, man. Wolf, no telling anything in chat. Keep it quiet. She
Let
said,
him tell. I'm
No.
not gonna change my actions. Like, I still
Rolling
went in the
religion?
back with the other changeling, of course.
Roll
Probably
religion.
an ancestor of yours too.
Of kings?
Oh.
She don't
Incest
care.
is incest.
Ichi doesn't care.
The Oni-chan is happening.
No. What's the Japanese word for grandfather?
Fuka? What was it? Type it out for them so they can see it.
Because that's apparently what's happening. How many times
Um,
great grandfather?
What are you trying to roll religion for? What are you trying to assess here? Because you've already rolled religion once and gotten your, well, you rolled history, but yeah, what's the question here? What information are you trying to gather that is so value that you must roll? Uh-oh. What's going on, General? Your great OG-san. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, OG-san. To see if her magic meets any goddesses. What?
What?
To see if her magic
Jeez.
meets any goddesses.
Oh, I think he's meaning like to see if
Matches, probably.
yeah,
Oh, it's to
Match.
see if her magic or if her see if it her.
her magic matches any of the goddesses he knows.
Oh, she doesn't mention what kind of magic she casts or what type of spells she uses, so you have no idea. And that'd be an Arcana check to see if her magic is divine or if it's normal, like say Zilpip. However, King, due to the fact of your divinity, you do feel something's kind of off. Time seems to be moving much quicker where you are. Roughly, if you had to put an estimation on it, about a year has passed in time.
Yeah. At least somebody knows. I'm glad.
Well, he's got the divinity of time. Don't worry, I'm not rolling, I'm just tapping my dice.
Oof.
But you'll have spent an hour there by now, and that's a long ass time. Zilpip gets flashbacks. PTSD kicks in. Mind shatters.
Oh, I don't think it's
Oh,
bad. Like, we're
you
just
didn't
hanging out.
you didn't hear what happened to poor Zilpip.
What happened to Zilpip?
Go watch The Grim Legacy on YouTube. For those who are wondering, I do have a YouTube channel down in this description. Please feel free to follow, subscribe, and send money. So that way you too can help a poor small pygmy survive the next week and a half.
Give me the lowdown of what happened to Zilpip, like,
I will not because
condensed
you weren't
version.
there. If you wish for that, you can go message him about that. That is not my place to say anything. Alright, King, come on, type quickly. I'm a bit of an arcane scholar, and I believe we need to leave, my lady. I'm sorry, going to a butler and asking to be let out the moment we entered. The butler looks at you and says, I'm sorry, sir, I don't understand the request.
Oh. Yeah, this is about not being able to get out. We're stuck, I guess.
Son of a bitch, King swears under his breath, and the butler looks at him and says, sorry? And then we're going to move on to Zaris. Zaris says, you're watching, and you hear this name and immediately know who this is. He looks a little younger and a little better built than the picture showed him off as, but if you had to guess, he's probably about 25, roughly. And you see that Zaya is slowly seducing your great OG-san.
I'm rolling with it for information. I'm a spy. That's what I do.
You're a bi? Yeah, that is true.
Spy.
I'm a bi.
Goodbye.
Can I see if there's any other tieflings worth a note?
Yeah, you do see a female tiefling sitting about. She seems a little more menacing overall. She
Great
looks
great grandmother's
a lot
scary.
like Zaya, overall, but with darker hair and seems to have bloodied fingertips overall. Huh?
Any crest?
Not on her. She's not wearing, but she is carrying a very gnarled staff with a gem that looks very busted and cracked.
Do I by any chance know? Well,
You've never seen this woman's face before. She's very pale. Her eyes are purple, and she seems From your experience growing up in the Tiefling lands, you'd guess she was some sort of necromancer or demonmancer, just because of the fact that they tend to give off that kind of corrupted dark magic feel.
Talk to her, brother.
Don't fuck our grandfather.
Can't promise that.
During my times in the forest, has it always been in just the tiefling forest, or has it been in more like?
Say again, sorry.
Has it been in?
Can't hear him.
Grow up?
You're okay. I can hear him.
Did I grow up in like mainly just the tiefling forest, or understanding it more?
Yes. Well, you've traveled with Greg a good bit, but just because when you were doing your training with him as a young lad after you were lost.
Give me any stories of any notable heroes or past legends
Himself.
besides himself?
Yeah, he told the tale of the High King a lot. He liked to tell that story a good amount. He seemed to really enjoy the idea of having that much power in his fingertips. That doesn't surprise you.
Is there anyone there specifically that may give off that vibe?
Of what? The High King?
Not that well,
Or
Vikings time.
no, not overall. At least no heroes that you remember anything or reading about.
Did he give me any like demigods he slain or any?
Nope. Every time you seem to bring up the idea of the fact that of stories you had heard or rumors you had heard about him, he seemed to kind of shy away from the fact about anything with the gods or being done with them, or how he gained his great ability and power.
I'm gonna go in. I can't believe I do this, but I'm going to try and stealthily find Zelm or Melis's brother, or at the very least,
All right,
cause a diverge. Well, cause a ruckus or a
give me a stealth
diversion.
check. While he does that, I will answer that after we work with Zaya, and you'll get your full answer. All right. Just let me know what you roll.
Yay.
So Zaya, as you continue sitting there, Dibus is completely uninterested. No interest. What is it? 16. All right. Zaya, as you're continuously talking to Bletton, he continues to hit on you. Go ahead and give me a charisma saving throw.
I'm a bard, so hopefully this should be good. Let
Does-
me
She does not know the
double
class of her
check.
uncle.
This is so bard. Wasn't he a bard, a fighter, like a valor bard? In this
You'll find out soon enough.
saving throw. Oh, I'm gonna mess this up so badly. Oh no. Okay, guess what number I got?
1.
Yeah, I got an 8 total.
So as continue to talk to him,
Dibus snapped me out
Dibus
of
doesn't care. Dibus is not interested. You are not getting in
Wait,
trouble.
what's going on?
it.
As
I got nat 1 for a charisma save as a bard. This
Bletton
is why I
ke-
don't roll.
Bletton
dice.
continues to chat and joke with you, and you slowly find yourself falling more and more for this man who just seems to be naturally charismatic and seems to really
Oh no.
respect and want to give you or offer you something that you never had as when you were growing up in your household, which is someone to actually lean on and be there for you. Besides
Yo, my angsty
Zaris,
backstory.
you finally found your father figure, so to speak, and unfortunately,
He wants to
that
marry me.
you've got a sugar daddy now, as he starts to slowly seduce you and walk you back towards one of the rooms.
I
Oh
want to stop
no.
him and
Dibus
ask
doesn't
him.
do a damn thing, but go ahead and ask what.
So of the war, I heard you had a type of. These are perhaps rumors. Of course, rumors are all over, but I heard of a type of magic you use that's song related. I myself are do magic involved with song and music and singing. I was wondering, do you have any tips or advice on that?
He looks at you and says, "Don't worry, my little bird. You'll be singing soon enough." As he pulls you into one of the rooms.
Wait,
All
no, I
right.
the house I came from.
Yep.
Oh.
All right. So, Zaris, as you start to kind of head towards that back room, nope, you're seduced. I'm sorry. Um, So as you start to go back towards one of the bedrooms, or not bedrooms, back towards the doorway that seemed to enter in the room, to the main bar, you slowly manage, you see it, and you see the butler standing next to it, and you
I
of course
should have rolled
stealth
digitally.
check. You decide to do a stealth check right past him and manage to completely open the door without him ever noticing. And you come into what looks to be like a grungier looking, kind of like a tavern-esque look. There are big kegs of what you imagine as some sort of alcohol that has a sweeter scent to it. The characters in here seem to be a bit more battle scarred, more beaten up and bruised, but very old and very respected. A lot of them seem to give off a lot of strong magic as well as natural ability. And you see a gnome that seems to be standing behind the bar, sitting there just working this glass. He just seems to be rubbing it, and as he sees you, he seems to see right through your your hidden ability as you're kind of like trying to, Pink Panther that your way through here. He looks at you and says, sir, may I assist you with something?
Hi. I'm looking for Dome or Mel's.
I am Mills. How may I assist you?
Where are we?
You are in the King's Head Tavern.
Where are we?
I just stated this.
No. Meaning me and people who I associate with.
Who do you associate with?
There were newcomers to this place.
I don't deal with anybody outside of this room.
Well, my party and I,
Mm-hmm.
we stopped by to, I believe what is called the void.
Mm-hmm.
The big circle void made by Logothus of Godwinter.
He says, yes, I'm familiar with Logothus. He's been a regular customer here on occasion.
And we was close to being able to go to the circle of the void?
The mist.
The mist.
The black mist.
The black mist.
He says,
And,
yes, I know of the black mist. What of it?
well, someone decided to be Scooby-Doo and sniff out how should I put it? Sniff out a nice little bar to drink their sorrows and pain away.
Ah, yes, the one dealing with Zara, I don't recall his name. He's been seeking my brother's assistance for quite a while. Zara, something of that sort. Of the House Bear, he's not Zaya. Zara is I think his name. He's a well-respected member of the Golden Empire.
Forgive me for being an uneducated tiefling, but what exactly is the Golden Empire? How long did it run, and when did it collapse?
He kind of goes. He turns around, starts pouring a sweet honey-smelling drink, sets it on the table, and says, "Ah, I've got a story for you, young child. Come forth and have a drink with me. I'll tell you all the information you're looking for here."
Is it okay if I do not have a drink?
Well, you could, but then you would insult me, as this is a personal brew of mine, and I'm offering this on the house.
Okay then.
It's nothing of a trap. If I wished you dead, you'd be dead already. It's not like any of these men could not kill you at the snap of my fingers if I requested it.
That is correct.
So have a seat. And he starts to go on about the story. He says, the Golden Empire ruled what you would probably know as the Yuan-ti, the Tabaxi, the Genocide, the Gnomes, the Goblins, the Hobgoblins, many of the southern races below the High Elf lands for many years. A little after the Age of Chaos, I think is what you people call it. The Changeling Empire grew under a great house known as the Big Brown Bear. He was the founder of it, well-respected man. Um, he's supposedly one of your gods. He clicks his fingers for a second. The Old Wolf, that was his name. One of the gods of heroes or adventurers or whatever you people call him. Yes, he rose up working with the first hero during the Age of Chaos, and built the Great Changeling Empire. Um, they unfortunately, by the third generation, the empire started to crumble, as many other races you would know, as I mentioned earlier, who were enslaved at the time, managed to start to rebel as time went on. Yuan-ti rebelling is never a good thing. They start to eat your people, Changelings, although they do or have the ability to change their physical appearance, the smell of a Yuan-Ti is hard to replicate, and honestly, that's what screwed them in the end. Plus, the three queens weren't very happy about what was going on with their people as they were imprisoned. One broke out, and that was the end of it. And as far as how long it ran, I think, if I correctly remember, it was 500 years. Changelings don't live very long, in about 3 generations, roughly. I mean, if you want to go by true history, it's technically about 600, because technically there still was an empire, he puts in air quotes. But it was so small, I mean, the last of the Tabaxi managed to push them off the territory and kill most of them. Then after that, the changelings were pretty much banished, thanks to a really powerful spell, from what I understood. Of course, the man doesn't know this, and he will never understand the concept, but, you know.
Okay, as I say, and take a slight good.
It tastes of a nice sweet strawberry taste.
Good indeed.
He nods.
Second question. Why did I see my great, 20 times great ancestor Bilton?
Blenton?
Blenton?
Blenton the Bloodied?
Yes.
Well, my brother likes to collect those who are of value to him. Those who interest him, those whose stories are fascinating, those who seek his assistance, find themselves here instead of the domain of Moors or the domain of Paradise. We, in fact, even had an interesting person as of recent. An associate of yours had traveled through our bar as of recent. What was his name? He was an insignificant lad.
By any chance, what was his physical features?
He was a gnome like my brother and I, but he was a lesser gnome. He was one of the, not less intelligent. He had a very smart young fellow, just not very wise, is what I would put it at. Um, I think his name was Zipper, as he looks at you. Zipper something. Zipper Dragon, I think it was, or something of that sort. My brother said he was more of a pest than anything.
The only person I know similar to that name is Pipwood.
Doesn't sound right. Zipper was his name, I think. I believe it was Zipper of House Dragon.
Okay.
Saya's gonna hate me here in a minute.
In
You get one more question before I go on to King.
okay. Why did you? Well, not why, but why did you? What made your brother have a special interest to us?
He has no interest in you lot. You found the door. It was opened. It opens at random times and random places, and those who enter tend to have a stronger sense for arcana. My brother allows those who have the ability to sense enough arcana to enter. It's not nothing to mention.
Brother?
It just happens on occasion. I've had people wander in here from the most random. We had a group. Zipper Boy managed to get in here via an ancient ruins. Ancient dwarven ruins. Stupid bastard. He even said it on the sign. But, yes, wherever the door shows up, we have a front. Usually we have a doorman, but on occasion we don't. A young boy who looks very similar to you probably sense a smell of a lich on him. He's an apprentice of mine. My 17th apprentice. The other 16, unfortunately, didn't make it very far.
Forgive me. Well, I know I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
You two just wanted a drink. She didn't want all
I
this.
wanted information and some alcohol. Hey,
Did he
though,
have
if
Snow
I
White
think,
hair when we
no, I'm not gonna say it because that'll give the DM ideas.
Zipper?
not Zipper?
Dead. So hopefully nothing
Shush.
can happen if.
Zaya, shut up. Thank you.
Well, when we first entered, we seen a boy similar to what you were referring to.
Mm-hmm.
Was he bald?
Who?
There was a doorman, butler, boy.
Oh, the young 17-year-old boy that sits out front. Yes.
He was bald.
No,
I'm sorry. Continue.
that is all I have, and we're gonna come back to you in a minute. King, since you're the only one not seduced as of current. All right. As you go to ask to leave, and What was the question you gave? I'm sorry, people have been typing so much. Oh, can I be let out where we entered? Nope. That was the answer to that. And then you asked something else. Oh, okay. Did you want, what else were you gonna say, King? Okay. Zaya's gonna hate me later. Remind me about that. Don't worry.
I'm waiting to have an existential crisis.
Oh, you will here in a second.
But when are
I-
we gonna be done fucking? I
Oh,
wanna look
E2,
around.
I have a question for you.
A question for me?
Yes,
Who?
while King's typing,
Okay.
boy or girl right now?
Right now?
Yes.
Oh god, it is
Both.
happening what I thought.
Huh? What was that, E2?
Both.
Okay. I need to speak to a manager as I sense the manipulation of time, which is odd. The butler looks to you and says,
Oh
"Young sir, I recommend you have another drink before you
no!
get
The
yourself."
boss is gonna kill me. Great.
No, he's talking to King. I recommend you have a drink, sir, so that way you may relax before you bring the master's interest down upon you. Last I heard, he wasn't very kind towards those who annoyed him.
Oh god.
E2, you're not.
Oh thank God. Who is then?
You're
Zia?
fine. No, King's just annoying the butler.
Kings wants to leave because he realizes we're in time shenanigans. And Zaya did too, but then
King, are
she
you gonna
failed
go?
her seduction.
King, are you gonna go up and open the door again?
He's gonna
Yikes.
Or
cause
you,
black
you
hole.
do see that Zara seems to enter through the door by the band into another area of the building. What looks to be a dingier portion of the bar, or dingier bar, like a true tavern from your hometown. Wolf, fuck off, Mills. No, that seems like a poor idea. I'm going after Zaris. All right. As you walk in, you see Zaris and a gnome chatting about the Golden Empire, and you catch a good bit of it. And you catch about the rest of what they're discussing. Um, and as you walk in, Mel's looks at you straight in the eye and says, "Great, another time manipulator. What do you want, dwarf? We have no time for your shenanigans." But as he says this, though, he looks at King kind of awkwardly for a second and says, "You are a dwarf, right?"
Ouch.
Not manly enough.
King is the only one that can get us out
Says
of
the
here.
person who's getting taken advantage of in the back room by their great
What
ancestor.
does that have to do with being manly?
I mean, you don't see Zaris getting manipulated.
Alright, to be fair, Zaris is a spy and he hasn't screwed
I have a
information
question.
like Zaya has.
Yes, Phil.
Could E2 potentially have a child?
That is a possibility.
I'm hoping because Blenton's dead in our
Alright.
timeline it won't happen, but
Not any time manipulator. Not in a time manipulator. And yes, I am son of Albert the Unsteady. He looks at you and says, "Huh. You don't seem like a dwarf. You're giving off a different sense. You seem elvish. You smell elvish. You smell like old elvish."
They can smell you.
He sniffs in the air and says, "You smell perverted." Ugh. He looks to Zaris and says, "I hope he's not one of yours." I spent most of my time around elves. He looks at me and says, "Laddie, I don't think you understand what's going on, but let's go with that. I assume you're looking to leave. Is that correct?" Sar's the only one who's managed to gather information of use as of current. Meanwhile, E2 and Zaya are the only ones getting laid. Vukiak is still at the bar
E2
downing
smashing
beers.
pussy.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't want this outcome. But The rolls determine
Yes,
my
with
fate.
those I entered with, I have to go into the mist of log. He looks at you and says, "You want to go into the mist of shit." That seems about accurate for your character.
He's meaning he wants to go into the black mist.
He looks at Zaris and nods and says, "Ah, Logothis is
Shitstool. Yes.
black mist. All right, I can send you back." Unfortunately, he looks down at his wrist and you see a watch on his finger or his arm that also seems to have a small crystal ball that he looks at. It seems your traveling companions are a little preoccupied. I'll send you
No.
lot back,
E2's
and
done screwing. She's
I'll
been screwing
send
for an
them.
hour.
It's not been an hour. I'll send you lot back, and I'll send them back when they're satisfied.
One thing,
Yes, Zaris.
you send us home.
Mhm.
I well I show him the marking that Pipwoods gave me.
Oh, you mean the thing around your neck, the collar? He says yes.
Oh, you get it removed.
How do you remove this?
Yes.
Well, simple dispel magic should do well enough. It's just got a Vorpal mine on it. Nope. Not my job. Not my willingness to spend magic on it. But anybody with at least an ability to cast at 5th level should be able to remove it. Although it'll notify the owner if it's been dispelled.
Is there any way to remove it without notifying?
No. Once you remove it, the constant need or the field of magic will dissipate, and the original creator will feel the magic dissipate. He'll either assume you're dead or that you dispelled it, one of the two. May I ask something else about the woman in white out there? Miles looks at you and says, "Sure. Still smell like perverted elf."
Well, after he leaves, I'm gonna have to.
Well, give him a second. King's asking him a question. Go ahead, King. Is she of the age of chaos? Well, I mean, your traveling companions are obviously from the age of chaos, at least from what they're doing to my back rooms. I'm gonna have to pay to double up on the cleanup on there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And he dismisses you with a nod and goes back or starts to walk away and goes back to pouring drinks for other patrons, leaving you two standing next to each other. However, you do see that suddenly you can feel that the door seems to open back up to your time, King. And
Oh god, we gotta get out of here.
it seems a short window has opened up that you can leave.
No.
Well,
Bring us with you.
he did say he'd send
Take
Zaya and he
Dibbles.
did say he'd send Zaya and E2 when you lot were done, and I will be taking care of that here in a minute.
Oh, taking
Don't
care
worry.
of us.
Well,
More ways than one.
We're gonna end up in a body
thank
bag
you,
out
sir.
back.
Zaris, would you like to come with me? The king says to.
Well,
Perfect.
I'm going to be an uncle and making sure I'm going to be potentially the adopted father of my great, 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 great. It's weird. Time paradoxes is weird.
Yep.
Nephew, ancestor, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, let's go.
All right, Zara starts to follow King out as King heads towards the door, or the original door that came out. Jeffrey opens it up, and you see the Isle of Man once again. It's open, leaving dragging. The Knoll seems to already have left. Vukiak is already
When
standing
did he
outside
leave?
with
He
a
didn't.
beer
he
in his
didn't find
hand.
any. He didn't find any hot knoll ladies.
Okay.
As
Oh,
Zaris kind of looks confused at Vukiak, Vukiak just downs the rest of the beer, smashes the glass on the ground, and continues walking.
Was
And
that litter?
he seems to be holding Dibus as he's walking out.
Yay, Dibus got out.
This is out. You know what? Screw it. I'm just
Yeah, screw it is a good, accurate description of the situation.
she's gonna get pregnant and I'm just gonna
All right, good waving farewell to the female dwarf. The female dwarf, the blind one, doesn't seem to see you as you walk out. You just wave to a blind woman. So yes, as you lot walk out, exiting, about an hour passes as you wait, and the boy kind of sits there and makes casual conversation with you lot, not really talking about anything of specification. Yeah, specific. There we go. E2 and Zaya come walking out, seeming a little.
No, I want to talk to my Prince Charming one
Ca-
last time.
They seem to
I
walk
want the
out.
information.
Well, you got information, all right. You learned a few things
I wanted
today.
to ask him if he would come with me.
I just want magic and history lessons.
Congratulations, you got a magic and or you got a lesson in singing. As you walk out, you two finally come out
So
about an
my voice
hour.
isn't good for singing.
E2 and Zaya, you see that King, Zaris, and Dibus and Vukiak are standing around, kind of chatting casually with the young boy who's been standing out here the entire time. And as soon as you exit the bar or the ballroom, the kid seems to walk inside, and then the sign changes back to a simple crow. The king's head symbol is gone, and the strong sense of arcana vanishes.
How is that kid still young if
Nope.
it's been like 2 years?
Considering
Oh no!
I apparently.
From what you can tell, too, it's nothing seems to have changed. It seems like the second you left is the same second you came out because you see the same people walking past that you saw earlier.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
interesting.
I need another drink, and I need a non-time traveling drink, and I need a lot of alcohol.
E2 passes out drunk on the ground.
As the party starts to kind of make their way towards a normal inn, finding one, testing it for magic, Zara's opening the door once, closing it, opening again, closing it, making sure this time it doesn't go
Yeah.
somewhere, being the only one who seemed to
Sticking my
understand
foot in.
caution. The door opens and you lot enter in for the rest of the evening. Time magic is crazy. Now I'm attempting to throw myself in the mist. Well, as you get the recommendation that you should head towards head towards the rest of the group and go and rest for the evening, you manage to head back. It's about 6 a.m., but you lot feel like it's been more than about 7 hours has passed it overall, and you lot head to the nearest inn where there's no magical presence. Order a couple rooms and pass out in your individual
I
rooms for the
need
night.
alcohol.
Waiter,
Just
bring
gonna-
me another drink.
I thank you all for those who have watched today. We will come back next
Use my
Sunday
rabbit.
for for the next session of the Rejected Potential, where we will see if King manages to make it through the mist, if Zaya ends up pregnant, if Zaris ends up finally
No.
understanding the concept of life and why he's here, and if E2 finally decides whether she is going to be something other than a dog.
I
Thank
should've
you
got the
all.
Always be a dog.
I should have got the gender swap spell.
Thank
so
you
that way
all
it
for
didn't
watching. I hope you enjoyed. We will see you next, probably either Friday or Saturday, depending on what's
No.
going on, or for the Grim Legacy session, and we will also be joining with Rejected Potential on the following Sunday. Hopefully Vukiak will be joining us for that one. Thank you all for watching. We will see you next time.